How do we achieve emotional confidence? We talked about what emotional confidence is. It's believing in yourself and your abilities. It's how you view yourself no matter what is happening in the world around you or how people see you. So how do you achieve that? How do you get to that place where you care about people, but you don't really care about what people think? That is a delicate balance. And to me, it comes down to, there's a Tim McGraw song, always stay humble and kind. Mother Teresa said that if you're truly humble, nothing can touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. I love that idea. For so long, I did comedy in college, I did movies in college, I did all sorts of things for people to think that I was cool. I did things to attract and impress women. And the reason I did that is because if women wanted me or accepted me or dated me, then I could see myself as having worth. Like, that would affirm it. But what would happen is if I would date someone and then they would break my heart, then I would believe in my own worthlessness. And man, that's not a stable place to put your worth in the hands of another person. It's not fair to them because they've got to look out for them and what they want and need out of their life. But it's also not fair to you. The only stable place to put your self-worth is in your own hands. Being truly humble, going back to what Mother Teresa said, if people praise you, you get a big head about it, right? Or you get your confidence from it, but what happens when that praise goes away? I see this all the time with celebrities. They have their moment on the top of the hill, and 5 years later, there's a new pop star that everyone loves, or there's a new actor and actress that everybody is fawning over, and they're just thrown out like yesterday's fish. And where does that peace come from? It doesn't come from the adulation of the crowds. That's an imitation form of confidence. It's not real and it's not lasting. She also talked about criticism or disgrace can't touch you. That if people are critical or hurtful, that either one, their criticisms are valid and you can take them to heart and you can make changes for the better, or two, their hurtful words are a manifestation of who that person is, of what they are intolerant of. In my experience, I have someone in my life and my family who doesn't like me, and I haven't done anything to wrong them, or if I have, I've made amends. They straight up have told me they don't like me, they don't like who I am, I rub them the wrong way, and they know that it's on them, that they're sorry and that they're working on it. But for years, it led to passive-aggressive behavior and put-downs and just intolerance for just how I show up in life and who I am. And I found this very, very hurtful. And when I started to embrace, instead of being offended, instead of being hurt, that this was about their intolerance, that this was about their limited worldview and what they could and couldn't accept. I think this person is very rigid, right, and very analytical and rational. And I'm a very emotional person, I'm a very free person, and I'm very childlike in a lot of ways. I'm still very playful, I'm still very silly, I still love superheroes. It clashed with their idea of what the world is and what successful people could be. And some people are just oil and water. And when I allowed myself to see this as their intolerance and their limited worldview and what they're working through, instead of an indication that I'm somehow not good enough or I'm somehow lesser, then I was at peace. And instead of being bitter and resentful, I could love them. I could truly love them because I didn't need anything from them. A lot of my worst behaviors have come from trying to get the acceptance of other people so that they could give me confidence, or have been in response to not getting the acceptance and love that I thought I deserved from them. Trying to be humble and working towards humility has meant that, again, if there's a criticism, I listen to it. If there's truth to it, even if I don't like the packaging it comes in, then to me that is fuel for growth. That's fuel for being better. And if there's not any truth to it, then I dismiss it and I let it go. That if I receive praise, I don't need to see myself as superior to others. I don't need to let it feed my ego. That I can accept the praise and compliments with gratitude, but they could all be taken away. They could all go away if I say or do something stupid. The people who praise me now could turn on me. And I still have to have my center. Where my emotional confidence is coming from lately is understanding more thoroughly the concept of self-love. I had kind of a surface level. People talk about self-love. Yes, love yourself. And I didn't really get it. I didn't really see it until one day I wanted love for my kids, and they were being kids, which means that they were taking instead of giving. I wanted love from Alicia, and Alicia is a giver, but she couldn't give me any love that day. because she had given she'd been giving for me, for the children, for our businesses. Like, she was just had nothing left in the tank. And I had to give it to myself. I had to affirm my worth. I had to affirm my value. And the truth is, it wasn't just one day. This has happened quite a few times. And the most amazing thing happened, and is happening, as I respect myself, as I love myself, as I take care of myself and look out for myself without neglecting the other people in my life. I find that I have more to give them and less of an inclination to take. I find that when someone is short with me, cross with me, upset with me, I'm less likely to be insulted and to take it personally because I know who I am. And they haven't rocked my foundation because they're displeased with me. That I'm something of a public figure, so when I get criticized online or when I get criticized in public, I don't feel as defensive. I feel more inclined to take it to heart. Emotional confidence comes from humility, and it comes from kindness. During those times in my life where I've been very stressed, very self-absorbed, trying to solve my problems, and haven't been approaching other people with kindness, it makes a big difference, not in a good way. I don't like myself very much. And then I find myself mistreating others while trying to win their affection, and that's not a good formula. When I'm confident, truly confident, things don't hurt me. The difference between confidence and arrogance, I think, is confidence is I know who I am, I like who I am, and it doesn't come from being superior to others, it just comes from being content. Confidence is bringing others up, lifting others up. Arrogance is I have to put you down to lift myself up. Arrogance is based on fear. Confidence is based on security. So, this is my 2 cents on how to achieve emotional confidence. I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you for trusting us in guiding you through understanding emotions and how to work through and move through negative emotions and move towards the positive ones. And we'll see you next time.